York Yankees baseball is brought to you by exceptionally smooth Michelob. Where you're going, it's Michelob. By Toyota, who reminds you to buckle up and use child safety seats. It's a good feeling. And by TWA, leading the way, TWA.
Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York, SportsChannel presents Yankee Baseball. Tonight, the Yankees take on the Minnesota Twins. The starting pitchers for tonight's game for the Twins, right-hander John Butcher. He's won 5 and lost 7. And for the Yankees, left-hander Ron Guidry. Ron Guidry's won 9 and he's lost 3. Evening, everybody. Bill White along with Mickey Mantle. We'll be joined a bit later by Mel Allen and Phil Rizzuto. Mickey, the Yankees off a trip in Toronto where they could have taken the 3 out of 3. Unfortunately, lost the last one, but 2 out of 3 isn't too bad.
That's not bad in Toronto. I'm sure Billy's happy. You know, the thing about it is when you play the Eastern Division teams and you come out 2 out of 3, you got to be a little bit happy because, especially in Toronto. And I'm sure that he's thinking, you know, we didn't win that last game and pick up 3 games, but we did good. And somewhere along the line, we're going to win about 10 in a row off of the Western Division, and Toronto is going to be playing Baltimore or somebody. And I think that's the reason Yogi said one time it's not over till it's over.
That's right. And right now they start playing the Western teams with the Minnesota Twins. Now the Minnesota Twins, they have an up and down season. They might win 10, lose 10, and of course your buddy Billy Gardner's been let go. Ray Miller's managed them now, but they can make hay on this homestand.
They sure can. There's no doubt that the Eastern Division is a lot better. They just you can look back in the for the last 3 or 4 years, and you can see where that the Eastern Division really does fatten up on Western Division teams.
And Ron Guidry pitching tonight, and he's made the transition from a thrower to a pitcher, and he's done it well.
Yeah, the last 2 or 3 times I've seen him pitch, he's looked great. I saw him, I was watching one of the games you guys did, the last game he pitched, and he looked really good. So I look for him to have a really great year this year.
And what a difference a year makes. Mickey, this year the Yankees right at it, 6.5 back. Last year the Tigers got off to such a great start that we say Citation couldn't have caught them. But now they're right in the thick of things. Long winning streak, play halfway decent baseball, they'll be right in it.
6.5 games is not very much to have to make up, and you've got the whole last half of the year to do it in.
Now, we mentioned Guidry against Butcher. The Yankees lineup is just about set now. They seem to be able to know where they are now. They know what their jobs are, and that's important.
I think so. The Yankees, I've always thought they were really a good ball team, and I'm really anxious to see them get started good.
And we're going to get started here as the Yankees have taken the field. We mentioned it'll be Ron Guidry for the Yankees against John Butcher, a right-hander for the Minnesota Twins. And as we look at the Yankees defensively, there's Don Mattingly at first base. And Willie Randolph over at second. The shortstop is Bobby Meacham. And at third base, Mike Tagliarulo. Ken Griffey out in left. Ricky Henderson in center field, along with second base umpire Al Clark. Dave Winfield in right. Ron Hasse behind the plate. And on the mound for the Yankees, left-hander Ron Guidry. We mentioned that Guidry has won 9 and he has lost 3. He's making his 16th start. He's also made 1 relief appearance. This is his 8th start here at Yankee Stadium. For the Minnesota Twins, Kirby Puckett will lead off and play center field. Gary Gaetti will play third and bat second. Kent Herbeck will be the first baseman tonight. He'll hit third, batting fourth, the right fielder Tom Bruneski. Dave Engel is the designated hitter. He'll hit fifth. He'll be followed by the second baseman Tim Tuffle. Then the shortstop Greg Gagne. And then the left fielder Dave Meyer. Tim Laudner will catch. And we'll see the right-hander John Butcher in the bottom half of this inning. This is the longest homestand of the year tonight for the Yankees. And they'll open up, and they are opening up with the Minnesota Twins. Yankees picked up a game on the division-leading Blue Jays. Following their series in Canada, Yankees won 2 out of 3, and they're now 6.5 back. This kid, Mickey Mantle, has really done a good job for the Minnesota Twins in the leadoff spot. Kirby Puckett doesn't look like he can run. Stocky, but he can fly.
Kind of chubby. Did you notice that, was that Don Baylor that took the lineout stuff?
Ah.
I thought maybe Billy didn't like the umpire or something, but I saw him just now yelling and kidding with him.
Well, the home plate umpire is Drew Coble, and Don Dinginger is at first base. We saw Al Clark out at center field. He's at second, and Mike Riley is over third with the count to 1 ball, no strikes on Puckett. And that's 2-0. Puckett batting .280, 2 home runs, 41 runs batted in. And the Yankees would like to keep him off the base pass.
I haven't been around that much this year, but does Billy have a captain? Do the Yankees have a captain now?
He had been sending Randolph up every once in a while. And as you mentioned tonight, you saw that he sent Baylor up. But Randolph had been sent up. That's in there 3-1. The last Yankee captain was the third baseman, Greg Nettles.
Greg Nettles. I think Thurman was the first one, wasn't he?
Prior to that, yeah, this current group, the late Thurmutson, had been captain.
Well, we never, all the time I played, we never had a captain.
Into center field, and Henderson starts back, but he's got plenty of room. And there's one away. He has been red hot, Mickey, not only with the bat, but also out in the field.
I've been watching Ricky. He's been hitting the ball good, too.
Yes.
They're not fluke hits. He's been nailing it.
Gary Gaetti, the third baseman. He's batting .255 for the Twins. He has 9 home runs and 35 runs batted in.
I noticed that Ricky Henderson didn't play yesterday because he'd played 2 straight days on artificial turf.
Legs were sore. Did it bother you at all when you played on the artificial turf?
I was just going to say, we opened the Astrodome when it was first opened. We was the first team that played there. And we played 3 days in Houston, and I couldn't hardly walk for about a week.
2 strikes as Gaetti goes after 2 bad sliders. Also, you played down there when you couldn't see fly ball.
That's right, before they painted the roof.
Yeah. And you also played down there, well, you were the first ones to play down there the exhibition game.
I hit the first home run there, man.
At the Astrodome?
Yeah.
All right. 2 strikes on Gaetti. That's a waste pitch wide, 1-2. Final in the National League, San Diego beat Pittsburgh 9-1. Another final, the Giants over Chicago 6-4. Cubs continuing to have their problems over the National League East. Gaetti goes down on strike for the second out.
It looked like a changeup, didn't it?
Let's watch it. Yeah, the slider.
Screwed you or something.
Slider. Same 3 pitches. Oh, Guidry has gotten the first 2 Twins. And that'll bring up Ken Herbeck, the first baseman. Herbeck batting .253, 9 home runs and 40 runs batted in. And Herbeck takes a strike.
These guys are big, aren't they?
They are not small. Herbeck started the season at .240, and he's down to about, I think, to about .230 now. He'd like to lose another 5 or 10 pounds. Mattingly watches it bounce foul into the seats. No balls, 2 strikes on Herbeck.
When I played, you know, I wasn't small, but I wasn't as big as you, but I wasn't really considered small. I go out around these guys nowadays, and I feel like a little leaguer.
Yeah, but you had those strong wrists. That's wide. How many home runs you hit?
536.
536. So you don't have to be a big fella to pop that ball out of the park. Check swing, bounce to Palirulo. And the side is retired. An easy inning for Ron Guidry. 3 up and 3 down at the end of 1/2 inning of play. The Twins nothing, and the Yankees are coming up. Well, the Twins did not score in the top half of the first inning. Let's look at them defensively. They've got Kent Herbeck at first base. And the second baseman is Tim Tufel. Greg Gagne over at the shortstop. And the third baseman is Gary Gaetti. Dave Meyer, kid from Stanford University, is out in left field. Kirby Puckett is the center fielder. And Tom Brunansky, who's having a fine year for the Minnesota Twins, is out in right field.
He's a big guy, too.
Yep, Brunansky is a big fellow. Tim Laudner, another Husky, is catching. And on the mound for the Minnesota Twins, right-hander John Butcher, making his 17th start. He has 7 complete games, a shutout. He's won 5 and lost 7 with a 4.69 ERA.
You know, I really felt bad when Billy Gardner got fired this year. I don't know. Some of them don't bother me, but that really bothered me because I felt like he went with these guys for some. I mean, you know, for some reason or other, it's like Stan Musial with the Cardinals or Ted Williams with the Red Sox. Billy Gardner was made for that team, I thought. And I really hated to see him get fired.
Oh, he became awful dumb in 1 year.
Yeah.
Let's look at the Yankee lineup. Ricky Henderson leads off and plays center field. Ken Griffey's a left fielder. Don Mattingly at first. Dave Winfield in right. Ron Hassey catching. Don Baylor is a designated hitter. Willie Randolph batting 7th and playing second base. Mike Pagliuolo at third. Bobby Meacham playing short. And Ron Guidry, we have seen Guidry the top of this inning, is on the mound. So John Butcher making his 17th start, his first against the Yankees since July 7th of last year. And he lost that ball game 11-4. Rasmussen won it. He faced the Yankees one other time last year and got a no decision in a Yankees loss to the Twins 4-2 at home.
When Billy got traded to Kansas City that year, he's playing second base. You know how I used to drag bunt?
Yeah.
I got 2 strikes on me, and I took a peek down there to see where he was at. He had his glove on his right hand, and he was ready to throw the ball with his left hand, laying me right on the grass. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. You still even see Billy before the game?
No, I just got in a little bit ago. I'll probably see him. I'm going to be up here 10 days. So.
Oh, you'll see plenty of friends. Well, here's the red-hot Ricky Henderson leading off with the Yankees in the bottom half of the first inning. As Mickey mentioned, Henderson got into yesterday's ball game as a pinch hitter and played some center field. He's leading off. Henderson batting .350. That's tops in the American League. He has an 11-point lead over George Brett of Kansas City. And Butcher's pitch is down low. Henderson over his last 16 games batting .459. And it's 1-1.
459 is pretty strong.
Yep, over his last 16 ball games. And there's a base hit. And Henderson leads off the ball game for the Yankees with a sharp single in left field.
He hasn't been getting a lot of fluke hits either. I've been watching some of them. I told you I have one of those saucers at home. I've been watching a lot of your games, and he really has been hitting the ball strong.
He's been mashing the ball. Not only can lead off man hits that high, he's looping a ball here. I don't think he has a bunt base hit all year. So everything every base hit he got, he swung the bat for. Here's Ken Griffey, the left fielder. Griffey batting .245, 3 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Goes Henderson, base hit. He'll go to third. Ball almost hit him.
I know. He knows.
That had to be the run and hit. Of course, Griffey gets a fastball. No way Brunansky can throw out Henderson.
They teach you to. When you're stealing, they teach you to take a look. If he'd have took a look, he'd probably got hit. He just kept running.
Over third base with Yankee third base coach Gene Michael. Nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. And here's Don Mattingly, the Yankee first baseman.
2 pretty well hit balls.
Mattingly batting .301, 7 home runs, 54 runs batted in. He leads the American League in RBIs, 2 more than Kirk Gibson of the Tigers. And that's a ball. Well, it's always good to have a jackrabbit like Ricky Henderson leading off. You get yourself a lot of runs batted in.
Whoever hits behind him gets a lot of fastballs to hit, right?
That's a base hit. And Griffey will go to third. Mattingly will try for 2, and he'll make it. Well, the Yankees coming out swinging against John Butcher, lead 1-0.
Like a curveball. Do they always play Mattingly that far over in right center?
They bunch him towards the middle.
23 doubles?
23 doubles for Don Mattingly. He leads the American League in not only runs batted in, but also doubles. As Ray Miller now, the manager of the Minnesota Twins, goes out to talk to his pitcher, John Butcher. Dave Winfield waiting to hit.
Well, I'll say one thing. Those weren't fluke hits. Every one of them was hit right on the nose.
All 3 of them scalded. Well, we've had some managerial changes, Mickey. Of course, the Yankees making the change from Yogi to Billy. The Orioles making the change from Joe Altobelli to Earl Weaver. And then Ray Miller, who had been the Oriole pitching coach, took Billy Gardner's place at Minnesota. And we get our first look at Ray Miller as manager of the Minnesota Twins. We got Rick Lysander, the right-hander, out there throwing for the Minnesota Twins, and Pete Pilson is the left-hander. As we have some action already in the Twin bullpen. The Yankees have runners at second and third with nobody out, and Dave Winfield is a batter. Winfield batting .290, 9 home runs, and 46 runs batted in. And a strike on the inside corner. Dave does not like that pitch inside.
No.
He wants to open those arms up. Not too many players like the ball in there. In your time, who liked it?
I didn't like it in there either. No. Hitting left-handed, right-handed, I didn't mind it. In fact, I kind of liked it here because you could pull it, get step back and pull it down the line. If they pitch you real good stuff on the outside in Yankee Stadium before they moved it into 410 and 411, you had to hit it 300 or 480 feet over that center field fence.
Well, didn't you hit one 480 feet over the center field fence a couple of times?
Well, I hit a couple in those black seats out there.
Yeah. Not too many balls have been hit out in there.
No.
A ball and a strike on Winfield. 1 and 2.
That was high on the inside.
Yep. Here's that pitch again. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Winfield. John Butcher in trouble in the bottom of the first. He's given up a leadoff single to Henderson, a run and hit single to Griffey, an RBI double to Don Mattingly, and he's down 1-0. Griffey over at third, Mattingly down at second. The count, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Winfield. Woo. 2-2.
He had good stuff on that. That was a little bit too far inside.
Let's see if he'll go away here with a slider now, or will he continue to come in on Winfield to try to get the ball in on the corner. Dave stands well off the plate there.
It doesn't look like he could cover the outside part of the plate, but I guess as long as his arms, and he's 6'6", isn't he?
Yep. That's foul. He's 6'6", and he likes that ball out over the outside part of the plate. Talking about height. You very seldom saw a player that big in the past.
No, when I played, I was, you know, a lot of people think I'm about 6'4". That's one of the funniest things that happen whenever somebody sees me on an airplane or something. They go, golly, I thought you was about 6'5" and weighed 240 or something, you know?
Popped up and playable. The catcher, Laudner, the third baseman, Gayetti, and the catcher, Laudner, makes a play. Nobody covered home, but Griffey wasn't going to try to score. There's one down. Pitcher John Butcher walking around between home plate and third base. Nobody bothered to cover home. Oh, there's one down.
With nobody out, I don't guess it's worth a chance, was
it? Here's Ron Hasse. He has really done an excellent job for the Yankees filling in for Butch Weiniger.
He really has.
Have you ever seen
He's got good power.
Yes, he does. Especially when he gets his fastball, they're going to put him on intentionally and pitch to Don Baylor. So this will load him up. Hasse at 326, 4 home runs and a dozen runs batted in. That's ball 2. In the National League, the Phillies lead Cincinnati 3-1 in the 8th inning, and the Dodgers lead the Cardinals 1-0 in the 2nd inning, as Hasse is intentionally fast here. And that'll load him up for Don Baylor. Billy Martin talking to his first base coach, Willie Horton.
He's telling him to get down there and break up that double play.
And that's Rich Kelly, the third base coach for the Minnesota Twins, moving his outfielders toward left field for Don Baylor. He's got Puckett running around in circles out there. Puckett doesn't know which way to go. They want them to play Baylor to pull.
Well, if he hits one down the right field line, he can run forever again.
Yeah. Baylor batting .228. It is 13th home run up in Toronto. And he's got 48 runs batted in. That's going to fall. Nobody will get to that baseball. 2 runs will score. Nope, they're going to hold Mattingly at third, and they're going to get him at third. Oh, he slipped in. That was close. Looked like they had Mattingly dead to rights going back into third base.
That was a great slide back into the base there. If he just slid straight in with his feet first, they'd probably got him. You think?
Yep. Little check swing. Don had to wait there.
Yeah, he couldn't tell right away. Puckett made a good play, though. He got in there fast.
I think Michael would have tackled Mattingly had he tried to get by him. Mike Riley, the third base umpire, right on top of the play.
He would have had him out if he'd have slid straight back in with feet first. That was a good play by Mattingly.
Oh, it's 2-0 Yankees. Now base is still loaded, and the batter is Willie Randolph. Baylor has just driven in his 49th run this year. Breaking ball for a strike.
Good pitch. Yankees got a good lineup. We're down to what, about the 7th hitter? He's a good hitter, I think.
He's batting .274. 1 home run, 20 runs batted in. And that's foul. Just missed the corner of the bag.
Game of inches.
And it's an adjustable lineup, Mickey. You can bat Randolph down in the 7th slot where you have him now, or you can bat him second behind Ricky Henderson. Mattingly's interchangeable. Martin uses him to bat second against left-handers.
You got Baylor hitting 6th.
Yeah.
He's usually cleanup, isn't he?
Baylor normally, either he will bat cleanup or Winfield. No balls, 2 strikes on Randolph.
Oh.
That will get a run in. Brunansky makes a catch in right. Mattingly scores easily. And Hasse goes to third. The Yankees now lead 3-0.
He hit that ball hard. Really hard.
Well, Billy Martin congratulating Willie Randolph on that long fly to right field, driving in a run. Well, there are 2 outs, runners at first and third, and the batter is Mike Pagliarulo, the Yankee third baseman. We'll see how Paliulo reacts to the play he made yesterday. A lot of kids will let it affect him. Of course, he's already made a play at third base. I think Pack's a pretty tough kid. He will not let it affect his play.
I don't think that'll bother him.
Right to the first baseman, Herbeck, and that'll retire the side. Yankees pick up 3 runs. On 4 hits, they leave 2, and at the end of 1, the Yankees lead the Twins 3-0. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Yankees and SportsChannel is prohibited. Announcers on this telecast are selected by SportsChannel and approved by the Yankees. Now that's Joe Cowley, Mickey, and he pitched a good opening game for the Yankees in Toronto.
Yeah, he's going to have a good year. Billy said he's one of the best prospects he's seen in a long time.
He's got the right attitude. He's laid back. Nothing bothers him. This is Tom Brunansky, the right fielder for the Twins, hitting .282, 17 home runs and 52 runs batted in, and it's 1-1. In the past, Brunansky's hit a lot of home runs, but he hasn't driven in runs. This year, the two are going hand in hand.
That's a pretty good park to hit in up there, isn't it?
Oh, it's a great park.
I guess after they said they put the lights, fixed the lights or something, they call them Billy Martin's lights now or something.
Yeah. You'd hit 100 home runs there alone. The ball really carries there.
Billy told me that. I would have hit a lot of home runs in the new, what do they call it, dome?
The Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome.
Metrodome.
2-1 on Brunansky, and that's 3-1.
It's funny because the Astrodome is not a hitter's ballpark, is it?
No, the ball doesn't carry there for some reason. They've had to bring the fences in at the Astrodome.
A couple of years after I retired, Eddie Matthews was playing down there.
This is to left field. Meacham going out. Looks like he has room and foul. Oh, and he drops the ball. It's foul. What was Eddie doing?
I went down there to have a home run hitting contest with Eddie Matthews, and I hit 1 home run in about 25 swings. He didn't hit any.
Ball did not carry, and the ball was hard to see down there also.
It was. But it doesn't carry at all, and usually in domes they carry pretty good.
Must be the heat. It seems that in Seattle the ball carries where it's cool, and in Minnesota normally where it's cool the ball carries.
Well, you remember when they first opened the Astrodome, they had some kind of a real bad, like it was humid or something, and it rained.
Yeah, rained on the field from right. 3-2 the count. Got him with a good slider. Guidry's second strikeout. And there's one away.
I think you're right. He's turned into a pitcher instead of just trying to blow him away now. He's got a lot of, he changes up, got a good slider, moves it around a lot.
Took him a couple of years to decide to do that. Dave Engel, the designated hitter. He's hitting .208 for the Twins, 2 home runs and 3 runs batted in. Yankees leading 3-0. We're playing in the second inning. And there's a Guidry fastball low.
About Thurman Munson's last year, I was at spring training with him, and I was used to hang around the cage a lot during batting practice. And he was working with Guidry on change-ups and sliders and stuff. They were working together, you know, and he knew then that he had to get a new pitch or a couple of new pitches.
And your catcher's probably the first to recognize that.
Yep.
That's a strike. It's 2-1.
He still throws pretty hard.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing, a guy 160 pounds. He's got to have great leverage. Throw that ball.
Whitey only weighed about 160, but he didn't throw the ball as hard as Guidry.
Of course, Whitey was the chairman of the board. He was a cutie out there. A little here, a little there. Give the ball to Ellie, and Ellie would rub it up. Scuff it up for it. 2-2 is the count here, and he's got another slider. Third strikeout for Guidry.
Whitey would like low pat with better stuff. You know, he'd get him to hanging out over the outside corner looking for that slow curve on the outside, and then he'd throw him the backup fastball. It looked like it was going to hit him in the belly, and he'd come back over the inside corner. I've seen him do that many times.
Oh, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Tim Tuffle, the second baseman. Tuffle, a .278 hitter so far this year with 4 home runs and 29 runs batted in. A bit high, ball 1.
Threw that one pretty hard. Do they have a gun here? I always hear them talking about the gun, you know, that tells you how fast it's going.
They don't let us know how fast it's throwing. Into left field, and Griffey's out there. And the side is retired. 6 in a row for Ron Guidry. And at the end of 1.5 innings of play, the Yankees lead the Twins 3-0. Bill White along with Mickey Mantle here at Yankee Stadium, and the Yankees leading the ball game 3-0 over the Minnesota Twins. Somebody told me you almost hit a ball out of this ballpark out in that section.
You see where it says it's your City Bank?
Yep. Up
in the right-hand corner there?
Yep.
I hit that right up against the, well, the facade wasn't there then. They took that off of the old ballpark. But I hit that way up at the top of it there one time.
Right here, it's your City Bank up in there?
Yeah, right over the baseball. Off of Bob Porter Field. That's one of the hardest balls I ever hit. I hit the facade twice when the roof was closer to us. I don't think anybody could ever hit one over the roof here now.
Well, you might be able to hit this new ball over. This ball here is hard. The new ball is a little bit harder than the old ball. Bobby Meacham leads off of the Yankees in the bottom of the second. Yankees leading 3-0 over the Minnesota Twins. Meacham's batting .236. No home runs, 27 runs batted in, and he takes a strike. It'll be Meacham, Henderson, and Ken Griffey for the Yankees against John Butcher. Butcher smothers that one. And there's one away. You know, Mickey, I hear you are going to be in the batter's box next inning. You're going to answer a question from one of our viewers. A lucky fan whose question is picked will get a copy of your new book, which I have with me, The Mick. So stay tuned for Ask Mickey, which will be coming up next inning. By the way, I got through the first chapter and your background in Oklahoma. That was interesting.
It's pretty good. It's not one of those books that you can't lay down, though. I mean, you're liable to get a little tired of it every once in a while, but it was fun doing it. You know, it brought back a lot of old memories, and most of these answers, I don't know what the question's going to be, but whatever it is, I probably could find it in that book.
And the name of the book is The Mick. Ricky Henderson singled and scored in the first inning. And it's 1-1 on him. Interesting, you learned to hit with a tennis ball.
Yeah. My dad, he used to knock me down every once in a while. If he'd have been using a baseball, I'd probably been punchy before I'd got out of high school, you know. If I got to hit him pretty good, he'd hit me every once in a while with one.
Well, he also taught you how to switch hit. Into right center, and the right fielder Bernansky is there. And there are 2 outs.
Well, my dad was right-handed. He threw right-handed, and his dad threw left-handed. So he would pitch to me right-handed, and I'd hit left-handed, and then my grandfather would pitch to me left-handed, and I'd bat right-handed against him.
Of course, that was a big advantage when you finally got here.
Great. I was thinking that a while ago when they was pitching Winfield inside and high fastballs. Like if I was on the other side, I saw it coming at me, I could duck because I knew it wasn't going to curve away from me. You know, you guys that had to stay on the same side all the time, you got to wait till the last second to either duck or swing. And it's got to be a big advantage to be a switch hitter.
1-0 on Griffey, and it's 1-1.
Especially if you can run fast, you know. Like Ricky Henderson, if he'd have been a switch hitter, he'd have been perfect. You know, he could have bunted. He could bunt 400 hitting left-handed.
And that's a strike. 1-2. Did you have a preference? Did you feel more comfortable on one side?
I was a much better hitter right-handed. I hit about 350 lifetime right-handed, and only about 250 left-handed. But if I was in a slump,
that's foul down the left side.
If I was in a slump, I always liked to hit left-handed because I could bunt a ball to the second baseman and beat it out. You know?
Never go over. Never get the horse collar.
If I go 0 for 10 or 12, that's the first thing I do is bunt.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Ken Griffey. This is into left, and Dave Meyer puts it away for the 3rd out. 3 up and 3 down at the end of 2. The Yankees 3, Twins nothing.
The fact that Trump Casino Hotel has 7 terrific restaurants doesn't get anyone too excited. The fact that they wait on you hand and foot doesn't thrill anyone either. The classic entertainment, the beautiful rooms, none of it seems to leave them overwhelmed. So why do thousands of people come to Trump Casino Hotel every day? Chances are it's not the ocean. Trump Casino Hotel. We know why you're really here.
A total of 9 Hall of Famers are scheduled to appear at this year's Old Timers Day festivities, including 2 of the newest, Enos Slaughter and Hoyt Wilhelm. Others include Lefty Gomez, Bill Dickey, Johnny Miles, Whitey Ford, Willie Mays, and, of course, Mickey Mantle. That's on the 13th of this month as Greg Gagne swings over a Guidry slider.
What is that, Saturday, the 13th?
Yep. Playing the Texas Rangers, and it'll be on SportsChannel. One and one. Gagne batting at .277, 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in. He's a kid from Massachusetts, came out of the Yankee farm system. Twins got him in '82 from the Yankees. He's from Fall River, Massachusetts. High, 2 balls and a strike. It's always good to see your buddies at Old Timers Day, I suppose.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. I'm glad Enos Slaughter finally got in the Hall of Fame. He was, he really, that's one guy that deserves to be in there. I mean, and he really wanted to be.
Yeah, he really wanted to be. Lifetime 300 hitter. Ricky Henderson in center field. 1 away. Yankees leading 3-0, 3rd inning.
Number 7.
Well, here's the Ask Mickey question. Dear Mr. Mantle, which record or accomplishment that you hold do you cherish the most? This is from Joanne Michaels of Butt Lake, New Jersey. All the records that you've had, which one would you think would be the most cherished by you? Dave Meyer takes a strike.
Well, I'm proud of all of the, I hit home runs, both left and right-handed in the same game 10 times. I had 18 World Series home runs. I think the one I'm most ashamed of was when I quit, I had 1,710 strikeouts. But anyway, I had, you know, like the 18 home runs in World Series. I love that. I think that's great to have been able to play in that. I mean, I think probably the biggest, in 1956, I had the Triple Crown. That was really nice. I think probably the biggest, the thing that I really am proud of is that I played in, a lot of people don't know this, but I played in more games as a Yankee than anybody, you know. I mean, they're always saying, you know, poor Mickey, if he'd had good legs, he could have done this and he could have done that. But I played in over 2,400 games for the Yankees, and a lot of people don't realize that. And I think I'm more proud of that than anything else.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Dave Meyer. Yankees leading by a score of 3-0. And so Joanne Michaels of Bud Lake will get a copy of Mickey's book, The Mick.
I'll sign it for him.
All right. Two and 2 on Meyer. He's batting .188, no home runs and a run batted in. Guidry has retired 7 straight Twins so far. We're in the 3rd, 1 out, nobody on for Minnesota. Did he go too far? Yep. Guidry's 4th strikeout. That same hard slider, Mickey.
That's a tough pitch to lay off of. That was a bad pitch there, but you know, it goes down right at the last minute. You can't. You remember Carl Erskine?
Yep. Curve-balling right-hander.
He threw a curveball that you'd swear was going to be belt high, and by the time you swung at it, it would bounce in the dirt in front of you. He got me 4 straight times in one World Series game.
All breaking balls.
All curveballs.
Tim Laudner fouls it back for a strike.
I never will forget that because I was pretty young. This is when we was playing at Ebbets Field. Must have been 53 or 54. And Johnny Mize was sitting on the bench, and he kept saying, "How in the world can you swing at that ball? It's bouncing up there." And in that game, he struck out like 13 Yankees, and Johnny Mize was the last one.
What'd you ask him when he came back to the bench?
I didn't say anything. He was kind of mad. But he swung at 3 bad hops. I know that. I wanted to say, if that ball hadn't took a bad hop, you could have hit it, John.
2 balls and a strike on Laudner. We're in the top of the third. Yankees leading the Twins by a score of 3-0. Yankees got all 3 of their runs off John Butcher in the bottom half of the first inning. Henderson a single, Griffey a single, Mattingly an RBI double, Baylor an RBI single, and Willie Randolph a sacrifice fly for the Yankees 3 runs.
Boy, his ball is really moving.
Rising a little
bit. You see that ball, yeah, kind of up and away from him then.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Laudner. And that got a piece of Hassey. It's on July 4th, a couple of years ago, that Dave Righetti pitched his no-hitter.
July the 4th?
Yep.
Today's Steinbrenner's birthday. Do you know that?
Nope.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And it's also my mother-in-law's birthday. Must have been something about the 4th of July.
Got him. On the 4th of July, Guidry has just struck out his 5th Minnesota Twin. 3 up and 3 down at the end of 2.5. The Yankees lead the Twins 3-0. Back here at Yankee Stadium, the Yankees ahead by a score of 3-0. We're in the bottom half of the third inning, and the Yankees will send up Don Mattingly, Dave Winfield, and Ron Hassey, the heart of their batting order, against right-hander John Butcher. You going to hang around for the fireworks after the ball game, Mick?
I don't know. I doubt it.
There'll be a lot of noise here.
It'll be pretty.
Grucci family with their fireworks display after the ball game. Yankees started their fireworks in the first inning when they scored 3 runs on 4 hits. Don Mattingly doubled in his 55th run of the year and scored himself in that first inning.
I was playing center field with when they had the Bill Beck had that first exploding scoreboard in Comiskey Park. Somebody hit a home run and that thing went off and it scared me to death. I started running for the dugout.
In the right center, Puckett, the center fielder. Now the right fielder, Brunansky, makes a catch for the first out.
And that's something you don't see very often. Usually the center fielder will take that ball, right?
Yep. Here it is again. Puckett was there, but Brunansky took charge.
See, he's calling for the ball. Usually the center fielder is the captain. I mean, in the outfield, on balls that you come running in for, the center fielder, like if the second baseman's running out and the right fielder's coming in, the center fielder should be close enough over there he could yell second baseman or the right fielder somebody's name.
He's a quarterback.
Yeah.
Next time Puck will stay there and tell Brunansky, okay, you want to catch it, you go get it. Dave Winfield, the count 1-1.
Everybody used to do that but Bob Serve. When he played left field, he'd come running over. He weighed about 250 and he could run hard. He'd come running over hard. I got it, I got it, I got it. And he'd get right to me and he'd holler, you take it.
It's inside. 2 balls and a strike on Winfield. Let's see. Serve was a big fella from Nebraska or Kansas? Nebraska. Played football out there, I believe.
He should have, but he didn't. He used to scare me.
Shortstop, Gagne, and he pulled Herbeck off the bag, but Herbeck tagged Winfield as he went by. So there are 2 outs.
He hit that ball hard, too. That was a good play. If he'd have slid here, he could have made it.
Yeah, he got a little bit too far, standing straight up, though. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-0 Yankee lead in the bottom of the third, and Ron Hassey is a batter. He was intentionally passed in the first inning. Hassey still at .326, 4 home runs and a dozen runs batted in. Cardinals and the Dodgers now tied 1-1 in the third inning. Phillies leading Cincinnati 3-1 in the 8th. Hassey to Herbeck, and he'll have to toss it to Butcher, covering for the final out.
He's a good fielder, isn't he?
Yes, Herbeck is a good fielder. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 3, the Yankees 3, the Twins nothing. Herbie Puckett will lead off for the Minnesota Twins. We're in the 4th inning. The Yankees lead 3-0. Ron Guidry has retired all 9 Twins that he has faced, and he has struck out 5 of them. Well, Puckett stepping into the batter's box and stepping in behind the microphone. Here's the scooter, Phil Rizzuto.
All right, White. A little surprising that I'm doing play-by-play here. There's a drive, and Henderson digging hard. Can't get it. It's by him rolling to the wall. And Puckett will have a double. He's going to go for 3, and he's going to make it. Randolph's throw, not in time. Ooh, that little guy can fly, and that, after retiring 9 in a row, that's the first runner in the first hit.
And the ball's out over the plate, and he rips it into center field. The ball sort of hooks away or slices away from Ricky Henderson, and it goes to the wall.
Well, you know, Ricky thought he was going to get it and cut straight across. I still don't know whether he got it if he'd have kind of maneuvered around in back of it.
Nope. Hit too hard.
Mantle would have got it. Where is he?
Right behind you.
Mantle would have had that easy without losing his hat. Gary Guidry. Strike 1. Guidry had really been mixing up his pitches beautifully with the 5 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. And a bouncer to short. Oh, Puckett got a late start. They get the runner at first. For some reason, Puckett didn't break, White.
Well, he didn't. I don't know if he knew the Yankee infield was back or not, but he hesitated and had Meacham come up throwing. He might have gotten him at home here.
Look at, he just barely started there.
That Bobby decides to make the sure play since the Yankees are leading by 3, and now it's down to 2. It's his first Twin run.
You know I hate to give up a run, White.
I know that.
Here's Herbeck, and the pitch is just outside ball 1.
He's losing weight.
He better. I tell you, I couldn't believe that he signed that tremendous contract, then put on about 25 pounds.
Eating better.
You can't do that. Can't. That's high. It looks like he's using a very skinny bat, unless
he's a big man.
Optical illusion.
He's at 235 now.
That would
somewhere around there.
That makes the bat look skinnier.
You ought to see McCovey with a bat.
No, I never played against McCovey. There's a foul back.
McCovey, his bat looked like a toothpick.
No kidding.
Stretched about 6'5".
Well, you know, now that you mention, I remember when Frank Howard was with the Senators.
Yeah.
He was as big as McCovey, right?
Yep. 6'8". Bigger than McCovey.
Oh, bigger than McCovey. I used to think he was using a little league bat.
Howard?
Because it looks so small. You're right. Now that I think of it, foul back. I used to play him in short left field.
And that was too close.
And that it really was. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 man out. And a foul out of play in the upper deck.
Well, it's raining in Atlanta. Mets down there playing the Atlanta Braves.
Well, it's good to see them bounce back with 2 wins after losing 6 in a row. Bouncer to first, and Mattingly will take it himself. 2 men out. I believe Dwight Gooden is pitching there tonight. I believe wrong. I heard that on the radio coming in, but the paper said no. Aguilera is pitching. Saw him pitch on TV. Changeup is just inside ball 1 of Bernansky. He struck out his first time up. Yanks lead 3-1. Gaetti got an RBI, by the way. Oh, ball dipped down beautifully that time. Another one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Must be awfully hard to lay off that pitch. They know he's throwing it. He has struck out all 5 men with that slider down and in.
I guess it looks so. Look, it looks so good coming in, and they swing over it by 6 inches.
Yeah.
Oh, see Guidry start for the dugout.
He's trying to trick Drew Coble into getting a strike call.
Danny Reagan started for the water cooler. I was going to get out. I can't believe it. Not second guessing the umpire. Rip to left and home run. Holy cow. Now see, that's the difference. Should have been out on strikes, ends up with a home run. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Well, just made it into the seats, first row, right at the 312 mark. And for Bernansky, that's home run number 18 and RBI number 53. Here it is again. That ball went back the other way. It might have been a backup slider out over the plate. And this is just in the seats.
Yeah.
Caught by the fellow there in the first row. Billy Martin wanted the same pitch that you and Guidry wanted.
Yep. And he is hot. I tell you how one pitch can turn a game around. He's old number one. All right, 2 men out. And Dave Engel, the batter. Engel struck out his first time up. Ball one. Balls, no strikes. That was the 13th home run that Louisiana Lightning's given up this year. Strike one. And that time Dave Engel was a little unhappy with the call. It's tough when you got both benches yelling at you and you're an umpire.
That's going to always be the case.
Yeah. Somebody's unhappy. Bouncer to meet you. And Bobby throws him out, but the Twins come up with 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 3.5, the Yankees 3 and the Twins 2. All right, we're ready to go here. John Baylor, who tried to check his swing and pop one into shallow center field for a base hit, also received an RBI, will be the batter. Don's about ready to break out, although he's got a lot of RBIs for not having a high average.
49.
49. Low ball one. And the ball is being thrown out of play. So the Yankees now have just a 1-run lead, leading 3-2 here, bottom of the 4th. And there's one up the middle, base hit for Baylor. Don makes a big turn to his bucket with that good arm. Don backs up.
Second baseman, Willie Randolph.
On the American League scoreboard at the end of 1, Cleveland playing host to the Chicago White Sox, 0-0. In the National League, a couple of finals. San Diego beat Pittsburgh 9-1, and the Giants beat the Cubs at 6-4. Another final, Phillies over Cincinnati 3-1.
Willie Randolph bluffs a bunt and takes a ball.
Playing in the 4th inning, the Dodgers and the Cardinals tied 1-1. And we mentioned earlier the Mets playing in Atlanta. The game has been delayed because of rain.
All right, nobody out here. Baylor leading away, and Randolph the hitter. Quick throw, but Baylor back easily. Willie hit a sacrifice fly. Bernansky was really playing him shallow that first time up.
He plays a shallow right field.
And he almost got burned. He was in even shallower than he is right now. Baylor back again.
Of course, he's used to playing the shallow right field in the Metrodome.
Right.
Anything hit over his head there normally is a home run.
Strike one of one. And that's where the All-Star game's going to be played this year.
You're right.
You going to be out there, White? You doing the game?
Nope.
How come? You have done that at one time or another.
No, not the All-Star game.
No?
No. I don't think.
I could have swore I heard you.
No.
2 balls, 1 strike. Must have been in a dream.
You have those.
I have a lot of dreams. I had a dream about you one time. More than once.
You had a nightmare.
No, I did not. There goes Baylor. The hit and run's on, but he better get back. Puckett coming in. Puckett, good on. They're going to get him. Double play. No, safe. Okay. If the throw were a little truer, they would have had a double play. That Puckett can fire that ball.
Here it is again. Puckett coming on. Makes a catch and gets rid of the ball quickly. And right on the money, a one-hop to Herbeck. And Baylor called safe by first base umpire Don Dinkinger.
Kirby Puckett had 16 assists last year. That had to lead the American League. We know it led the Twins. Swing and a miss by Pags. Strike one. I would think 16 assists from the outfield's got to lead the league. Although I have been wrong.
Yes.
I'm wrong?
You're right.
Oh, no.
Led the American
League, yes. All right.
Lonnie Smith of the Cardinals had 18. That led the major leagues.
Forget that, Huckleberry.
Lonnie Smith is now with the Kansas City Royals.
And he doesn't like the American League, and he wants to come back to the National League.
And there's Pete Pilson warming up again. Well, wouldn't you want to go back where you can hit 300?
Yes, well, you shouldn't say anything derogatory about the American League.
They won't throw him fastballs.
That's right. But you got to, if you're a big leaguer, you got to be able to adjust. Rip! Oh, a bullet. Hey, Pete forgot there was only one out. He was going to run in. That was a perfect double play ball, and Herbeck was going to run into the dugout, and somebody yelled at him, touch the bag. A double play. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. End of 4. It's the Yankees 3 and the Twins 2. Look at that little honey bun. And that reminds me, Bobby Meacham is leading off, and they finally had the baby. No, Bobby Meacham's not leading off. Who's up? Oh, I forgot to turn my scorecard off. Good thing Bill White's here. Anyway, the Meachams had a baby, even though Tim Tuffle is up. Geez, I had a good story going there, and I blew it. Tuffle flying to left field his first time up. Strike one.
Oh, you give us the story next inning.
Okay.
Bottom of this inning.
A bunt attempt, but he missed it. Had Pags deep at third base, but he missed the bunt.
He gave that away early.
Yep. So 0-2. Through the first 3 innings, Guidry has struck out 5 men, didn't get any strikeouts in the 4th. Triple and a home run. Straight away center field, Ricky Henderson. No problems with this one. 1 man out. Now, one time used to make Guidry mad, White, if somebody hit even a long fly off him when he, was young and throwing that heater.
Yeah.
Now he's smart and he doesn't mind. Saves the arm. Let the other guys work a little. And here's Gagne, Greg Gagne, who flied to center field his first time up. Oh, there's that ball dipping down. Strike one. Swung right over it. Got him again. Same pitch. Swung over both of them. So let's see if Guidry will throw it 3 times in a row.
No, he's going to waste a fastball outside.
There's the manager speaking again. MGR White.
And he throws it again.
But that has been Guidry's, at least when he got those 5 strikeouts. You get ahead of them, waste the fastball outside. Then come in with that pitch. Sometimes a slider, sometimes a off speeder.
Tough to strike a fellow out with the same pitch.
Yep.
3 times in a row. Now they're going to go outside.
There. Strike 3. I want to tell you, that pitch to Bernansky was even better than that he called the ball. And that's strikeout number 6.
Guidry hits a glove. As he put it down, Guidry hit it.
2 men are out. Yanks leading 3-2 in the top of the 5th. And Dave Meyer. Strike. Meyer struck out his first time up. On a check swing. Rip to left center. And Griffey can't get it. It's in between for a base hit. Must have hit that off the end of the bat.
Yep. Didn't get it at all. Ball got out and died.
Yeah, I thought it was, when it was first hit, I thought it was going to be between him and roll to the wall, and it just died out there. Here's Tim Laudner, who struck out his first time up. Boy, he came back with a bang, didn't he? 6 RBIs. First game back from the DL. Got some big, strong-looking kids on that Twins team. Popped it up. Passy can't see it. Guidry pointing, but it's back on the screen. Look at Passy, really embarrassed. He didn't know where to look.
Well, as long as it's on the screen, he hasn't been hurt by it.
Right.
Laudner is 6'3", goes 208. He's from Mason City, Iowa. Had an excellent year for Orlando.
Orlando?
Yep, back in 1981. And 42 home runs.
Ooh.
That's when the Yankees had Nashville in that Southern Association.
Did he have more than Balboni?
That year, I think he had the record.
Swing? No, he didn't check
until
a strike.
Balboni came along.
Uh-huh. So Guidry's ahead 0-2, and the rhythmic applause starts. Gonna have to figure out something for Gooden, like for Guidry, like they have for Gooden with the K's, you know, that the kid puts up. Throw to first.
Oh, Guidry has his Louisiana Lightning.
That's
signs
right.
all over the place.
Yeah. Popped it up, and Hassey can't see it again.
Mattingly can.
Mattingly can. I'm not laughing.
That's a
Well,
fair
I
ball.
was laughing. Fair ball?
Yep.
All right. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left. End of 5. No, wait a minute. What is it? End of 4 1/2. It's the Yankees 3 and the Twins 2.
Tonight at 10:30, Fran Hilly takes a look at the masters of the knuckler, among them Hoyt Wilhelm and Phil Niekro. Then find out how to spell relief with the kings of the late innings, the relief pitchers. All this and more on the Pennant Chase tomorrow at 10:30, only on Sports Channel. Check local listings for dates and times in the New England area. Now John Butcher will pitch to Bobby Meacham, Ricky Henderson, and Ken Griffey in the bottom of the 5th. The Yankees leading by a run. The Yankees scored all 3 of their runs in the bottom half of the 1st inning. The Twins came back with 2 in the top of the 4th. So the Yankees are up 3-2. How about that story now?
All right, William. We got to give our congratulations to Gary and Bobby Meacham. Gary gave birth at 9:08 p.m. last night to a baby girl. What a beautiful name. Brooke Nicole.
Yep.
Baby was 7 pounds, 11 ounces. Look at that. They have it on the scoreboard. And Meacham, Not going to drop, though. That would have been a nice time to get a hit. But Meyer makes the catch. Anyway, the mother and daughter doing fine at Valley Hospital in Ridgewood, New Jersey.
Center fielder.
Baby was about 3 weeks overdue.
That had Bobby worried.
I guess so. You know, those babies get a good spot in there. And sometimes they don't want to come out.
All right, Dr. Rizzuta.
Yes, they had to get, it was a cesarean birth, you know. It was not a natural birth because 3 weeks overdue, that's Anyway, here's Henderson. Is Henderson married? I got to check out his stats. And the count is 1-1 to Ricky Henderson. I don't have time to look, White. No, Ricky Henderson is single. So anyway, he's not expecting a baby. So Ricky is very relaxed and hits one off the end of the bat. Got to get by the pitcher. No, but Butcher tags him. And there are 2 men out.
Left fielder.
So all of a sudden, it looked like the Yankees were going to break the game wide open in the first inning with 3 runs. Now leading by only 1, 3-2 with 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. And Ken Griffey, who singled and scored in the first inning, flying to left in the second. Third baseman Guidry had to go in.
He's going to get a new.
Or is that the shortstop? That's,
new shoe put on. Must have.
Is that Gagne, the shortstop?
Yeah. Must have broken a spike off a shoe.
No, you know what happens sometimes too?
Break your shoelace?
Yeah, one spike gets caught in the other spike's shoelaces. That happened to me a couple of times. That's when you're bow-legged.
Wait a minute, I was going to say, your feet are too far apart.
Well, yeah,
oh,
but
no, they're closer,
they're
right?
closer. The feet are closer. The knees are further apart. But the feet are, and I've had that happen a couple of times. I mean it. Look at this. They got. Looks like he's got a suit on, doesn't it, that guy tying the shoelaces? Did I ever tell you about Antonina Rocca teaching us to tie our shoelaces? I'm sure I've told you that.
Yes, you've told me that 10 times.
10 times. Forget it. Never tell you, Danny? Or Jimmy Hunter? Antonina Rocca was one of the great wrestlers of all time, and his theory was you cannot cut off circulation in any part of your body. Now, shoelaces, if you tie them crisscross like that, do that. So Antonina would tie him up both sides so that there was no pressure on your instep. I used to love to try all the things he told me to do, but one was very difficult because you had to go to India and lay on the roof and watch the sunset. I'm not kidding you, White. It's supposed to be very relaxing. Bounce foul in the Yankee dugout. Nothing in two on Griffey. Swing and a miss. Strike three, and the inning is over. Nothing across, and at the end of 5, it's the Yankees 3 and the Twins 2.
Now, the popular Yankee Cap Day is coming up during this homestand, so make plans now to enjoy a weekend or weekday afternoon at the ballpark. The Yankees will host the Kansas City Royals on Wednesday afternoon, July 10th at 1 o'clock, and all fans in attendance will take home a free Yankee cap, compliments of her foods. It's a great summer giveaway for Yankee fans of all ages, and good seats are on sale now, so make your plans. Scooter?
All right. Kirby Puckett will lead it off. He flies to center, triple to right center, bluffs a bunt, and takes a pitch high, ball 1. Guidry had retired 9 in a row, and then Puckett tripled up the alley, scored on a ground out. Guidry has allowed 3 base hits. Strike one, 1-1. Coble is one of those umpires. He probably calls the strike right away, but he takes a little time giving the point, and he bunts. But Guidry like a cat. Boy, I tell you, that's the wrong guy to bunt against. I mean, you see the way he bounced off that mound, right?
Yes, sir. Quickly. Here it is again. Guidry's falling a bit toward third anyway. This is a pretty good bunt. If it had been maybe against... No, that isn't all that good, really, though. Just one bounce, and Guidry's right there, made the play easily. Mattingly gets out of the way.
Yeah, he had to get it down the line a little more because he had the backspin on the bunt. Here's Gary Gaetti, struck out and bounced to short. He has a run batted in on his ground out. And that's ripped to deep right center. Winfield digging, and he got it. Oh, holy cow. That's where that 6 feet 7 inches comes in handy.
Oh, he was really hustling here, though. He really let it out. Dave Winfield in right center field. Look, he's really digging here. He's not loping at the ball.
No, I didn't think he was going to get it, Bill. Watch this. Full extension. Oh, how high do you figure that is? 10 feet? That was beautiful.
High enough.
High enough. All right. Kent Herbeck bounced to third and bounced to first. And a bouncer to second. Willie Randolph will throw him out. 1, 2, 3 at the end of 5 1/2. It's the Yankees 3 and the Twins 2.
Phillies boys swing back into action Saturday at 8 o'clock as their matchup with the Minnesota Twins continues. Catch the action when Henderson and company go all out to tackle the Twins. See you Twins and the Yanks Saturday at 8 o'clock only on SportsChannel. We've got Yankee baseball coverage. Here's Don Mattingly, Scooter.
All right, Mattingly has double a right and driven in a run, also scored and flied to right. Takes the ball. Mattingly leads the American League in doubles and RBIs, and he's got one of each tonight. One. Mattingly now batting .303 with his 7 homers and 55 runs batted in. Foul. Butcher took a little bit off that one. By the way, you know who else's birthday it is today besides our country's birthday?
Nope.
George Steinbrenner is a 4th of July baby.
That's what Mickey Mantle said a couple of innings ago.
Oh. But when I asked you, why didn't you tell me? I mean, we don't want to give him 2 happy birthdays. Another base hit for Mattingly.
Well, the viewers change every couple of innings.
Okay. You see how Mattingly went out with that? Now, that would be a good one for coaches of colleges and minor leagues to play in slow motion and show it to their players. No?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, here's Winfield. Winfield has fouled to the catcher and bounced out to short. Was he trying to bunt?
Yep.
That was not a good exhibition of bunting. Look at, they got a mob out there in the bullpen.
Brown and Wardle. Wardle the left-hander, Brown the right-hander loosening up. Had a busy bullpen tonight, the Minnesota Twins.
Yep.
Mark Brown and Kurt Wardle.
Well, Ray Miller, who is the manager, was throw to first, and Mattingly just gets back. Now, is Johnny Padre still with the Twins?
Yes, sir. He's a pitching coach.
And Ray Miller, who was the pitching coach at Baltimore, now the manager. Ripped to deep left center. And nobody's going to get this. Holy cow, that Puckett outran the ball. I don't believe it.
Fine catch by Kirby Puckett. You're right, he did outrun that ball.
Oh.
That looked like it had base hit written all over it. But Puckett on the run into left center field, deep left center field. And he made a fine running catch.
Well, I guess Winfield knows how Guidry feels now. He took one away from Guidry. Man, I didn't think he was going to get that one.
Neither did I.
There'd have been a few that have been hit here tonight that would have been long gone in the Metrodome. Here's Ron Hasse, walked and bounced to first. Ball one. Yankees still leading 3-2. Strike 1-1. Kent Herbeck, big first baseman. Oh, Hasse really fooled on that one. Swung, didn't come close to it. I believe the ball hit the ground, White. Herbeck's a big fellow, too.
He is not small. Maybe that's why I got off to a slow start this year. I don't believe he was in shape early in the season. He's just started hitting the ball a little better.
Right, he's 6'4".
Started the season at 240.
Wow, that's too much. And he had such a good year last year. Right now he's only in the 250s batting. And in the hole, nice play by Tuffle, who was shading him over that way. Mattingly goes to second, and there are two men out. And now Don Baylor, who's 2 for 2, 2 singles and an RBI. Herbeck was runner-up as the most valuable player last year.
Billy Gardner felt he was felt he is the best defensive first baseman in the American League.
Yeah, I remember when we were out in Minnesota, they told us that. And we couldn't believe it as we look at the overshift, not as severe as some overshifts are. Tuffle is still on the second base side or the first base, and now he's moving a little more.
You know who used to lead the National League in fielding every year when he played with the Cincinnati Reds?
Wait a minute.
Big fella, left-handed hitter.
Kluszewski.
Yep.
I told you those first basemen don't move off a dime. I remember Kluszewski. Now this is the truth, White. When I saw him play, there was a one-hop line drive. He stuck his leg out. It hit him in the shin and dropped. He just picked it up, didn't rub, and stepped on first base. He and Johnny Mize played about the same. They could catch everything that was thrown to them. Ripped to center field, but that Puckett's there again and makes the catch. No runs, a hit, no errors, a man left, and at the end of 6, it's the Yankees 3 and the Twins 2. All right, we're ready to go now in the 7th inning, and what looked like it might be a laugher for the Yankees in the first inning when they scored 3 times has turned into a pitcher's duel. And here to carry you away now, it's a real exciting ball game. The voice of the Yankees, Mel Allen.
Thank you very much, Phil Rizzuto. 3-2 New York. As we go to the 7th inning, you're looking at Tom Brunansky, who accounted for the second run of the Twins off Guidry when he homered. Tried to tie it up there, Scooter.
They sure did, but when Guidry gets that slider in that spot, it's almost unhittable. About the best they can get is a foul ball off it. The one he threw to Brunansky stayed up, and that's what hurt him the last time.
got just inside the foul pole in the 4th inning. There's a bouncer foul past the Twins dugout. Ball boy getting it. Do you know that John Butcher has outpitched Guidry since the 1st inning?
Oh, yes.
Guidry has been more exciting from a strikeout standpoint. Blown away, close.
Remember last time up, everybody, including Billy Martin and Guidry and Hasse, thought it was a called 3rd strike on Brunansky, and then the next pitch went for a home run.
Right. A high pop-up. Mattingly says he'll take it. Backing up into the outfield. 1 away. Brunansky had struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, and on a 2-2 pitch in the 4th, with 2 down, he lined the ball that Phil just was talking about, just inside the pole. In fact, from our standpoint, it was a home run, but Billy argued with the plate umpire, Drew Coble, a little bit. He didn't go out. He argued from the confines of the dugout.
You know what I think Billy was arguing about now? That strike that he missed on Brunansky in that inning.
He didn't miss the strike on Dave Engel here. Engel went down swinging in the 2nd inning and grounded out short in the 4th. 3-2 New York. We're in the 7th inning. A 1-1 count. Ron Guidry with a record of 9-3, making his 16th start, 17th appearance, has won 8 straight decisions. Poured that one by him, Phil.
He really did.
He's been mixing up his pitches beautifully. Fastball there. Earlier on, his slider was working like it was, let's say, going back to 1978. And he's had a good changeup. Now, there's a foul ball hit down the 3rd base line past the 3rd base coach, Tom Kelly. This is the first game we've had a chance to watch the Twins operate in with their new manager, Ray Miller, formerly assistant to Earl Weaver. That ball's fouled off out of play upstairs. And before that,
Joe
Altobelli. If he looked in late, the Yankees got 3 runs in the 1st inning. I thought they were going to give Butcher an early shower. And he goes down swinging. That's number 6. Make that number 7 for Ron Guidry. Louisiana Lightning. He's starting to operate now like he did in the early innings. Over the first 3 innings, he retired the Twins in order. Here's Tim Tuffle from Greenwich, Connecticut. Low and inside, ball 1. Interesting experience I had. A fellow named Wishy Washburn went to the University of Alabama. There's one hit deep down the left field line and is going foul. I never knew I'd be coming up to New York, but years later I did. This fellow was a pitcher on the college baseball team, but he coached in Greenwich, where his home was. Anyway, this past summer he came over, had a picture for me. I'd gone to a dinner, and they were honoring his club. It was Tim Tuffle. No outside, I know. A big man was with him. He didn't bother to introduce me to him at the moment. I just wanted to see his picture. I can get hold of it. And after he showed me his picture, and I looked at it, and this is his father.
How about that?
Meacham into the hole, and he couldn't get it.
Now you see, Meacham could have got in front of that ball, Nels, and he stopped and tried to backhand it, and they give him a base hit. Oh, they should never give him a base hit. Now right here, Meacham had plenty of time to get in front. He stopped and went right under his glove.
He did stop and sort of skidded a little to backhand.
But Bobby's all excited with the new baby, so
congratulations to him on that. I'm sure that you have attended to those chores.
Yes, sir.
In your...
Don't say inimitable fashion, because I don't have one.
In your original manner.
Okay, that's... I'll go for that. I'll buy that.
Greg Gagne is the batter. Has a bouncer hit to short. Little flip on to second. Meacham to Randolph. That does it. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on, end of 6.5 innings. Yankees 3, Twins 2.
It's a hit. Pinstripe Power on SportsChannel. We've got New York sports covered.
Well, and all new giveaways coming up this Sunday, July 7th. All fans attending the Yankees-Twins series finale take home a free Yankees sun visor, compliments of French's bold and spicy deli mustard. Good seats are on sale now, so don't miss this perfect summer giveaway. That's French's bold and spicy Yankee Visor Day next Sunday, July the 7th.
All right, Scooter.
All right, Mel.
Second baseman, Willie Randolph.
We're ready now for the last half of the 7th inning. Willie Randolph getting himself set at home plate. John Butcher, 5-7 on the season, working for the Twins. Outside, ball 1. Gary Guidry, the third baseman, is in on the edge of the infield grass in anticipation of a possible bunt, or at least dissuading Randolph. This time he gets a strike. Butcher does over the inside corner. Willie looking down at Gene Michael coaching at third. A 1-1 count. The Yankees got all their runs in the first inning, and Butcher has been great since that inning. There's a base hit to right field. Fielding it, Tom Brunansky. Willie holds up after the turn. And that's only the third hit the Yankees have had since the first inning. They got 4 hits in the first inning.
Third baseman,
They've had a total of 7 altogether. 1 hit in the 4th. 1 in the 6th. 1 here in the 7th. 3-2 New York. As you look now at Mike Pagliarulo, who twice has hit to Herbeck down at first. They're looking for a bunt, and they get one. It'll be a good one. Tuffle making the put out at first. Herbeck feeling it.
Excellent sacrifice bunt. I was a little concerned because the last time they called on Pags to bunt, he bunted right in front of the plate, and they threw to third, and they forced the run.
Here's Tim Tuffle of Greenwich, Connecticut, coming in to talk to John Butcher, the mound. Probably saying something about a pickoff play or how he will play around second base with Bobby Meacham up. Meacham being a switch hitter, batting left-handed, of course, as you see, against the right-handed offerings of John Butcher. They're holding runner close at second. There's the ball. Randolph on second base. And what was happening there, Tuffle said, I'm going to play over toward the hole wide of second, but the shortstop, Greg Gagne, is playing right in behind the base runner. 3-2 New York, 1 out. There's a bunt, and it is a foul ball. Beautiful bunt. He had Gaetti back.
Boy, he did, and I don't care how far in he was playing. He'd never thrown him out on that one. But it just rolled foul. Going down right on the baseline for about 10 or 12 feet, and then just kicks foul.
There was an interesting thing there. As Butcher delivered the ball, being right-hand pitcher, with the completion of his delivery, he was leaning toward first base, so he couldn't feel the ball. Jim Bunning was a guy that went way over toward the first base line after he released.
Used to fall down half the time.
All right. Bobby Meacham. It's a high fly foul down the right field line, out of play. 1 out as Kyle DeRullo has moved Randolph to second base. Yankees leading 3-2 in the first inning. If you looked in late, Ricky Henderson being the catalyst, led off with a single. Griffey singled into third, and Mattingly doubled. It looked as if they had Butcher ready for the shower room.
Really did. One more base hit, I think he'd have been gone.
He took it, and it's fastball outside. Mattingly's double got Henderson home. He was intensely fast. Baylor singled one in. Oh, he almost bunted that ball. It was a single to center, but got a run in, and Randolph hit a sacrifice fly. 4 hits in the first inning, but since then, Butcher's been tough. Meacham misses. Ball broke in on him. Run on the handle. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Struck him out. Making it 2 down. Here is Ricky Henderson. Single to left in the first inning, fly to right in the second. It was thrown out by the pitcher, John Butcher. Actually, he fielded a little rolling tag. Outside, ball 1. 2 away in the last of the 7th. Ricky Henderson started out the evening hitting .350, leading the league. Yankees leading by 1, 3-2. John Butcher checking Randolph. Took a little off. Pitches high. Ball 2. One of the most exciting ball players in the big leagues, Ricky Henderson.
No doubt about that.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 down. Randolph on second. New York 3. Twins 2 in what has developed into a terrific pitching duel between Guidry and John Butcher. Here's a tough one. Moving over to second. Doesn't get a throw from the pitcher, who did step off the rubber. The shortstop, Gagne, with Henderson up, has moved over into the shortstop hole. They're playing Henderson to try Henderson to pull the ball. And he does, and it is, a great stop, saving a run for the Twins by Gagne. He did pull the ball, and it didn't go through.
Well, as you mentioned, Mel, he was shading him over that way, and it's a good thing he was. And that was a good play by the kid as we watch it again. He knew he couldn't throw Henderson out or get Randolph, but he wanted to save the run, and he dives, make sure he smothers this ball. Excellent play.
That could be a game saver for the Twins. And now out of the dugout comes the skipper.
What's that running on?
Look at that squirrel.
Oh, it's a squirrel. Yes.
Yeah, that's a squirrel. He's going out to tell the pitcher that he's had it for the day. Now third baseman Guidry stopped him. Now he's taking a good look. He's looking for a nut.
Well, let's see who he goes to.
Yeah.
We're going to find out now.
Yeah. He's going to Randolph over
second. If I was Willie, I'd
Willie over third.
Listen.
And now the umpire down at third base, Mike Riley.
Poor thing's going to have a nervous breakdown.
Right.
You can't pick them up, you know. They could bite you and you get a...
Right. Yeah, hydrophobia or something.
Yeah, right. Oh, this is a riot.
And squirrel. I bet he ain't gonna pick him if he's clapping his hands. Nobody's gonna pick him up.
Now, how did he get in?
Free. Somebody left a pass at the press gate for him, I think. Some nut at the gate. And I don't know where we're going. Catch him for Rizzuto.
No.
What I mean is, then you have the start of a squirrel coat for Cora.
Now they got him, leading him towards the exit.
Yeah.
Julio.
Go down that gate. Go down the runway. All right. of July.
You lost your dinner, Julio.
Well, in the meantime, they decided to bring in a new pitcher as Ray Miller went out there and John Butcher's out.
Number 36.
Kurt Wardle, the left-hander, is 6'5", 220-pounder. Kurt Wardle, W-A-R-D-L-E. Wardle is 1-2, an earned run average of 4.38, which you can discount because while he's been in 25 games, he's worked only 37 innings, given up 32 hits and 18 earned runs. Walked 24, struck out 34. So Kurt Wardle.
We'll get some quick scores, Mel.
Okay, Scooter.
At the end of 3, the White Sox 2, Cleveland nothing. Milwaukee nothing, Seattle nothing into 1. Tigers nothing, Rangers nothing into 1. Baltimore nothing, Kansas City nothing into 1. Boston and California, Toronto and Oakland later on. And the National League, still a rain delay down in Atlanta. The Mets have not started that game as yet. Final, San Diego beat the Pirates 9-1. Giants over the Cubs 6-4. Phillies beat Cincinnati 3-1. Cardinals lead the Dodgers 4-1 at the end of 6. And Montreal at Houston, no score, end of 1. Okay, Mel.
All right, Phil Rizzuto. Kurt Wardle was brought in by Ray Miller to pitch to this man, Ken Griffey, a left-handed batter with runners on first and third. Griffey singled in the first inning, flied to left and struck out. And this pitch is low to go with the first pitch, which was also a ball, and it's 2-0.
I think Griffey and Mattingly are two of the best left-hand hitters against left-hand pitchers. They are not fooled as much as some left-hand hitters are.
Randolph on third, Henderson on first. There's a strike, 2-1 the count. They're 2 down. New York 3, all their runs scored in the first inning. Twins 2, all their runs scored in the fourth. We're playing the last of the 7th. 2 away. And Kurt Wardle taking a long stretch, and Griffey asks for time. That's Ricky Henderson down on first base. Kent Herbeck holding against him. Willie Randolph on third. Crowd roaring.
They want to see Henderson steal.
They're doing a wave in the stands now. There's a high pop off third, and is it playable or coming back? No, it's out of play.
This is the first time I've ever seen a wave at the stadium.
Right. They started a wave back at the Yankee dugout. But
they need a lot of work on it, though, Mel.
That's right.
Well,
it was just that section back to the Yankee dugout that started it.
They're trying it again now. It's going out in the bleachers.
Yeah, they're getting all... there they are, deep down the right field line, working back in toward home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Randolph on third, Henderson on first. 2 outs, 3-2 New York. And it's outside. Ball 3. The wave for the first time at Yankee Stadium.
This is unbelievable. I never thought I'd see that here.
I didn't either.
All right. You know, that's great. I mean, they do it in all the other parks.
Henderson will be going. And he struck him out with a high fastball to end the threat and the excitement. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on, and at the end of 7 innings. Yankees 3, the Twins 2.
You're on, Mel.
Okay, Scooter. We've just gotten word that as the squirrel went down the runway, he said to the 3 security men, "Ah, nuts." All right, we're ready now for the first half of the 8th inning. The batter is Dave Meyer. One of the security men said, "Well, at last I've got something to eat. I found my supper." Did you ever eat squirrel, Phil? Looking over toward the Twins dugout.
Never.
Dave Meyer went to get another bat. Dave Meyer, the left fielder, has had 1 for 2. Ron Guidry on the mound. There's a high fly ball to straightaway center. Henderson drifting back. 1 away. I don't know whether there's any connection or not, and I say this with due respect, and God bless all you fans in the stands. But ever since that squirrel started running around, they start doing the wave.
That's right.
Now, I don't know whether there's a connection. You know, if somebody walked up to you, you know, said, Scooter, I liked you. You're a great shortstop, great announcer, but there's a little squirrel in you. Now, how would you...
That's right. That means you're a little flaky.
Yeah. Well, here is Tim Laudner, catcher, and he takes a strike from Guidry. Well, it's July 4th. The fans are having fun, and that's what we want them to do at the ballpark. Have fun at the ballpark. And July 4th is one of your big baseball days in the season. Inside for a ball.
It's also a big day for George Steinbrenner.
It's a birthday.
I'd like to be at that party.
Well, I remember Rigetti gave him a good party 2 years ago against the Red Sox.
No hitter.
Outside. 2-1. What made it more exciting was the fact that the last man he had to retire, Wade Boggs, who had 61 hits, the most in the league at the time, wound up the year leading the league in hits.
Yep.
Foul back. It reminded me of Allie Reynolds' no-hitter that clinched the pennant in 51. The last man he had to get out was Ted Williams. Yogi dropped a high foul pop, but he caught the next one. The fans on a rampant wave. 2-2 the count. Laudner misses. Strike 3. Number 8, Phil?
Yep, number 8.
Ron Guidry. Trying to wrap this one up. And he's still got 4 outs to go. And only a 1-run lead. And he's pitching against a pretty good hitting team.
Oh, yeah. Any one of them can knock it out of the park.
Here is Kirby Puckett, who broke the string when he tripled to lead off in the 4th inning. There's the strike over the inside corner. He hit a wicked shot to right center and went for 3 bases after Guidry had retired the first 9 men. Up high, he went to the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Guidry got him home on a ground ball to short, and then Brunansky got the home run in the same inning. 3-2 the score. New York. A pass third into left field, into the shortstop hole or third base hole. Kirby Puckett has got pretty good speed, remember.
You know, it's strange. He doesn't have that many stolen bases this year, Mel. And the other year, last year, he stole a lot of bases.
And but he can run.
He can run. He's only got 4 stolen bases, been caught 3 times, but he's always dangerous.
How about the catch he made on Winfield? He went a long way to get that one.
Just outran the ball.
All right, here is Gary Gaetti, the number 2 hitter in the batting order.
Starting the fireworks a little early. Hey, you know who I met tonight?
Oh.
Mr. and Mrs. Grucci, who are putting on the fireworks display tonight.
Oh.
They are here at the park. They had the fireworks at Shea last night. They had over 40,000.
Well,
I saw that show on 2020, you know, with the Grucci family.
We got some fireworks that the Twins are trying to ignite here. Guidry trying to keep Puckett close to first. The Yankees leading by only 1 run, and Gary Gaetti, the batter, struck out, grounded to short, 1 RBI, flied to center. And his drive was a good one. Henderson made a fine catch on the ball. Outside now, ball 1. And you've got Kent Herbeck on deck, remember, to put everything in perspective. A left-hand batter in this ballpark. And now we get a little action in the Yankee bullpen. Puckett leading away from first, and Guidry holding him on.
Well, Righetti's one of them, the left-hander. And Brian Fisher, I believe, is the other one, a big right-hander.
Well, we're watching Puckett leading away from first, and you see the hitter, Guidry. Again, the throw over. Yankees 3, Twins 2. These two teams have met 4 times, and each team has won 2 games in its own ballpark. There are the men warming up. Fisher to the left of your screen as you look at it, and Righetti to the right. Fastball is up high. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 flamethrowers in the bullpen, a right-hander and a left-hander. And there you see Guidry looking down at third base coach Tom Kelly for a sign. Kelly's already looked into the dugout to get the sign from manager Ray Miller. Puckett moving off first. Here's the pitch and the ground ball to third. Pags down Randolph for a force-out at second. Side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. 1 left on at the end of 7.5 innings. Yankees 3, the Twins 2.
Well, tonight at 10:30, Fran Healy takes a look at the masters of the knuckler, among them Hoyt Wilhelm and Phil Niekro. Then find out how to spell relief with the kings of the late innings, the relief pitchers. All this and more on the Pennant Chase tonight at 10:30, only on Sports Channel. Check local listings for dates and times in the New England area.
All right, Scooter, and you're looking at Don Mattingly, who just took a pitch high and inside for a ball, the slow stuff. 3-2 New York, last of the 8th. Mattingly's had 2 for 3. There's a little bouncer out to second. Tuffle up with it, flips on to Herbeck, 1 away. Don Mattingly started out the evening, hit it at 301.
He tries to check his swing here. See, no, he didn't go through with it. And Tuffle gets the ball on a tough hop but makes the play.
You know, if he'd have really taken a good cut, I think he'd have gotten it through there.
Yep.
I think in his mind, though, he realized that maybe that was a ball and he ought to lay off, but he'd already gone too far.
Right.
Here is Dave Winfield, fouled out to the catcher, grounded to short, and was robbed of a triple. High and away, ball 1. He had a ball out there that 411-foot mark last time up in that area, and Kirby Puckett took it. He ran a long way, though. Winfield fouls it out of play off the right field line. A 1-1 count in the Twins bullpen. We have a right-hander throwing. Mark Brown. Wardle, who relieved Butcher last inning, is on the mound. Inside for a ball, and he pitched to 1 batter. Ken Griffin struck him out. 2-1 the count on Winfield.
Righetti's up again, Bill. Not Bill, I mean Mel.
That's all right, John. I mean, no. You know, we've got a good group of guys, the way we feel about one another, but every once in a while as we work with one another from time to time. It's so easy to let names slip away.
You're right.
3-1 the count on Winfield, fouling it back. In fact, you just got through working with Bill.
Yeah.
And sometimes you want to say Phil and you say Bill because it rhymes, or vice versa. You know, I don't know but one word that rhymes with Mel. Smell. Tell. 1 down, last of the 8th, 3-2, New York. Winfield awaits the payoff pitch and fouls it back onto the screen. You said a lot of great things have happened at Yankee Stadium on July 4th. We were talking about Righetti's no-hitter 2 years ago. But the old-timers' day started when I first started back in '39 on July 4th when Lou Gehrig said goodbye to everybody. A very sad day.
Oh, that was.
There's a 1-hopper to third. Eddie to Herbeck. 2 down. Lou lasted 2 years. After that, the city gave him a job working, I think, with youngsters in the supervisory capacity. But that was the first number that the Yankees retired. And the second number, Babe Ruth. And then they came. Joe D, number 5, and 7, Mickey Mantle, whom we're proud to say is a member of our Sports Channel team. Foul back by Ron Hasse. Number 16, Whitey Ford. 37, Casey Stengel. The double retirement. The number 8, worn by Yogi Berra and Bill Dickey. 15, Thurman Munson. Ground ball foul past third. Back of third. 32, Elston Howard. What memories?
Beautiful. Sad but beautiful.
Of course, all those numbers weren't retired on the 4th of July. I don't want to.
No.
But Gehrig's was. High and away. 1 and 2. There's a ground ball down to first. Herbeck, unassisted. The Yankees are retired in order at the end of 8 innings. Yankees 3, Twins 2. To the 9th inning at Yankee Stadium on July 4th. The Yankees leading the Twins 3-2. And leading off for Minnesota, their leading home run hitter with 9, Kent Herbeck. Not the leading home run hitter, but he's had 9. Brunansky is their leading home run hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. He had him reaching for that one, Phil.
He wouldn't have hit a home run on that swing.
He's waving the wand. You can't do a jackknife and reach out with a bat and get much power behind your swing. The runner on third, you might bloop one somewhere. I've seen that done. Remember Vic Wertz one time in Detroit ducking a pitch?
Yeah.
And hit the ball right by you.
I know it. Don't remind me.
Well, you couldn't help it. Herbeck takes it low and away. 1 and 2. Drove the winning run in. Ron Guidry in, ready to work. There's a drive into center, and Henderson takes it 1 away. And here is Tom Brunansky coming up. Brunansky got his 18th homer in the 4th inning after Guidry and the Yankees thought they had him struck out. There is a strike. He struck him out. Guidry struck him out in the 2nd inning. Thought he had him struck out. He hit a 2-2 pitch in the 4th for a homer. Popped to first. Fouls it off. 2 strikes. So there's danger on every pitch. 3-2 New York. 9th inning. Yankees, who've had a pretty good 4th of July in these last years. And Brunansky takes it outside, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Brunansky hits a little roller. Was he bounced it off his foot? Foul ball. This is the time when the opposing players in the dugout watch the ball hit his foot. They start barking, Phil. When you were playing, didn't they do that?
Yeah, but you know, this might have got him just above. He is in agony, and it's above the foot, Mel. I think it's between the ankle and the knee. Oh, that shin bone.
spraying it with the ethyl chloride, which freezes the area to keep the swelling down and the resultant pain. Manager Ray Miller, number 44, has come out to look on. The T on the sock. Standing for Twins. Most teams will have rings around that outer sock, the stirrup type sock, in varying colors or solid colors. Offhand, I don't know of any other team that has a letter on the sock as the Twins have.
No.
One ball, two strikes, one out. Ron Guidry pitching to the long ball hitter, number 4 hitter Tom Brunansky. One ball, two strikes, one out. 3-2 New York, and Brunansky fouls it off right near the Twins dugout. He's pitching him right in tight, Bill. If he makes a mistake,
oh, it's gone.
He gets it a little bit out over the plate. You're going to pitch.
You know what scares me?
Yeah.
Remember what happened to Bucky Dent? He fouled one off his foot against Mike Torres up in Boston on the playoff game.
Yeah.
Then hit one out.
He's pitching him right in there still. And that was a ball. 2-2 the count. Now, Guidry can change his fastball to tails away from right-handed. I don't know if he'll take the chance or not. He did, and it's a high fly ball to straightaway center. And Henderson is waiting, and he's got it. That's just what he did,
Just
Bill.
what he did, but it just scared me because it stayed up there. But you're right, as it tailed away, he couldn't pull it.
Right. 2 men down, and here is Dave Engel. He's the DH. Struck out swinging in the second, grounded out to short in the fourth, struck out in the seventh. 8 strikeouts for Guidry. He's not walked anybody tonight. Curveball over, strike one. Guidry's walked only 15 batters, low and outside, in 119 2/3 innings before this game tonight. Fastball by 1-2 the count now on Engel. And the crowd is roaring. Ron won 8 in a row, the longest winning streak right now in the American League this season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's a foul off to the right of the plate, out of play. Ron has won 3 straight games, giving up only 2 earned runs in his last 3 starts. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Dave Engel takes it inside. Breaking pitch, and it's ball 2. The deuces are wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Louisiana Lightning. And the fan above it hoping he strikes again. So he takes a deep breath. And Dave Engel hits a drive in the left center field for a base hit. Going over for it as Ken Griffey to hold it to a single. Dave Engel keeps the Twins' hopes alive with a single to left center. The 6th hit for the Twins, and we're getting a runner. Washington.
Yeah,
Ron Engel.
Ron Washington, right.
And the batter is Tim Tuffle. Fly to left and center and singled. 2 down, 9th inning. Yankees 3, Twins 2. So let's watch Washington leading off first. Tuffle at the plate. Guidry gets a strike in there. 0-1. Louisiana Lightning pitching to a man who seldom hits a ball out, but gets a hold of it, puts it in play. And there's a line drive. Grab by Mitchum, and the ball game is over. A spectacular grab of a line drive to rob Tuffle of a base hit and to end the ball game. Sensational. How about that Meacham, Scooter?
Oh, that was beautiful. I mean, that was perfect timing. Watch this. I mean, the ball is almost by him. He hit it right on the nose. And Meacham extends as far as he can and grabs it. Great play by Bobby Meacham. The new daddy is being greeted by everybody as much as Guidry.
The ovation from the fans in the stands. So a spectacular ending. The sign flashes marvelous on the board. The fans won't go. They're still standing. And, of course, they saw the beginning of the fireworks right there. And there's Meacham leaning against the dugout and talking to some of his friends as the Yankees hang in there to win it 3-2. We'll be right back, folks. The New York Yankees defeat the Minnesota Twins in a marvelous ball game, 3-2, that ended in a spectacular grab of a line drive by Meacham. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors, to 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. For the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto getting 3 runs in the first inning, with Henderson and Griffey opening the ball game with singles, putting runners on first and third. Up came Don Mattingly. And Mattingly, with an opportunity to drive in runs, John Butcher delivers a pitch that he likes, and he drives the ball down the right field line, chasing it. Tom Brunansky. Coming home is Henderson. Holding up at third is Griffey, as the Yankees have the first run.
And the thing is, Mel, Mattingly already leads the league in doubles. He got a double there, and he leads in RBIs, and he got an RBI.
That's right. And they continued their rally off Butcher. We thought they might get him out of the ball game.
Yeah. That first inning was a big one. I think one more hit and he'd have been gone, but then big Don Baylor comes up.
Right.
And he got a big break here on his check swing, Mel. Look, he held up, but he's so strong it goes over the infield and drops in for a base hit. Only 1 run scores, and Mattingly is almost picked. Look at Mattingly trying to stop and get back, and they almost get him.
He got back to third in time as Griffey scored the second run of the inning. And as far as the third run, that we'll tell you about when we come back right after this message. Willie Randolph hit a sacrifice fly that got Mattingly home. The Yankees had 3 runs. The Twins got a pair in the 4th, a triple by Puckett, a homer by Brunansky, and the Yankees won it before 35,110 to win their 40th game of the year.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
And so that's it from Yankee Stadium, with Ron Guidry winning his 10th game of the year. He's only lost 3. What's he won 9 in a row now?
9 in a row.
And John Butcher was the loser, and he has a record now of 5-8. And so the final score, the Yankees 3, the Minnesota Twins 2. We'll be on again on Saturday, by the way, and St. John's Frank Viola will be doing the pitching against the Yankees. Remember, it's Saturday at 8. Billy's boys swing into action as their matchup with the Minnesota Twins and the Yankees go all out. Now, in behalf of Phil Rizzuto and Bill White and Mickey Mantle, this is Mel Allen saying so long for our entire Sports Channel crew on this 4th of July. Goodbye until Saturday. Thanks for looking and listening to Sports Channel. We've got New York sports covered. Good night, everybody.
York Yankee Baseball has been brought to you by Busch Beer, the beer with a taste as smooth as its name. By Toyota, who reminds you to buckle up and use child safety seats. It's a good feeling. By TWA, leading the way, TWA. And by the Bank of New York. There's more to a loan than just money. Some of our guests receive a gift certificate from Rusty's, located at 73rd Street and 3rd Avenue in Manhattan, serving the finest foods at reasonable rates. The New York House of Canadian Baby Back Ribs, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner from 12 noon, available for private parties. Some of our guests receive a gift from Morano's on 5th Avenue. New York's leading jeweler is currently featuring a tremendous sale on fine jewelry. Morano's is offering top discounts on these special sale items. Visit Morano's on 5th Avenue between 57th and 58th Streets in Manhattan. All credit cards accepted. Or a gift from the Halloran House Hotel, featuring Biff's Place, an intimate night spot with live entertainment, music, and dancing after 8 p.m. and popular 5 to 7:30 weeknight happy hours. The Halloran House.
Hyatt Regency Chicago, first on Chicago's Magnificent Mile, with a setting decidedly up-tempo. Make Chicago your kind of town at Hyatt Regency Chicago.
Promotional consideration provided by Doubleday. The number's been retired, but the legend lives on. Meet the real Mickey Mantle up close and personal in his new book, The Mick.